Hello everyone, my name is the Radman and we are here for some Factorio. I'm trying to sound a little more enthusiastic because no matter how enthusiastic I sound, for some reason this microphone is all monotone. What am I doing? Anyway guys, so if you've never heard of Factorio, sorry, I need to concentrate. Okay, so if you've never heard of Factorio, this is I think might still be in pre-alpha. I'm not sure. But when I bought it, it was in pre-alpha. And it's coming to Steam, and I think it's releasing February 15th in pre-alpha. That would make sense. Okay. Anyway, so I have a few mods installed, and the reason I'm recording it with mods is to add more late game content for me, because my only problem with the game is that it does get just a tiny bit repetitive near the end, and I'm just adding more content, which will keep us entertained for longer. Anyway, now I want very low, actually low train segmentation. Water size should be small. Iron ore frequency can be normal. So can enemy bases. The size of them, medium is fine. The richness, we'll make the enemy bases, we'll make everything just a little bit richer. Ooh, good. And the reason I'm making it a little bit richer is this is my first time playing without peaceful mode, which means that enemies will not attack you first. So this is going to be kind of an experiment. Oh no. Well, that means that a mod has crashed, and I'll be right back after I fix it. Hey everyone, I'm back. After doing a little bit of experimentation, I got this to work, obviously. And now we are here in game. And the inventory isn't normally this big, or these aren't normally in this order either. But one of the mods that I have installed is actually a mod pack, which means that it is what's the word? It's one second, sorry. I'm trying to concentrate just a little bit. There we go. Anyway, what I mean by mod pack is it's a collection of mods, and that particular mod pack just happens to change also your inventory and a few other things. Now we're gonna double check. Good, we have these. I'm just making sure that stuff that I know needs to be here, because there's a few mod items that if they aren't here right now, they'll never be here. And I just need to make sure that none of the normal items got excluded, because I did have it once where I loaded up a world and none of the normal items were there, and I was like, crud, because that's a very bad thing to have happen. And anyway, what we're doing now is we're just obviously, where's my chests? No. Come on, where are you? There you are. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting distracted because trying to get things running. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this little guy here, and he's called a burner inserter. And I'm guessing that must have been the effect of the mod that lets him temporarily, I don't actually know. They're not supposed to start out being able to run, but whatever, he has fuel now. And as you can see, our main ore deposits are here. We have iron, copper and coal. And if we look on the map, down here is a little bit of stone. So yeah, we got a little bit of stone scattered everywhere. And the reason that we're making automatic copper, or iron, oh my gosh. The reason that we've automated iron, by the way, is because it is probably the most useful during the early game of all the ores. Now we're also going to mine out this stone, but we're going to try and get a little coal thing going. And for that we'll need 10 stone. And I'm just right clicking to mine. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting that some of you will not have played the game before. So one accesses this first inventory, and shift plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accesses the second. And we won't be using that second inventory for a while because we don't have enough resources to warrant a second inventory. Now, this is one of my favorite setups because these will go infinitely, so if I just come over to them and I control click, it'll grab all the coal out of them. And it's a good thing I got this coal because we're out again. And we'll just harvest a little wood. So yeah, I've gone through about 2 worlds before this one trying to find a suitable one. And what I was looking for is a good mix of trees because wood is important. And with a good mix of ore deposits that aren't too far away from each other, because if they're really far away from each other, we start getting into problems later on when we try and automate everything. Because this is a game all about automation, basically. Automating production of basically every item in the game. Now, to put a little bit of a twist on it, what I plan to do that is going to be unique from everyone else who plays this game is once we unlock rail travel, I want to try and instead of making like a main factory where everything is processed and then it's kind of redistributed outward, because like I've seen some factories where what was it called? Oh my gosh, I forgot the word for it. But yeah, there are some factories where they make a few things in each area so that if one thing is destroyed, their entire production line isn't out. But what I want to do is have a little train network, and I have different types of trains, which is how I'm going to do it, because I have at least 3 different types, I believe, with the mod packs I have. And we also have advanced warfare and stuff, so we should be able to hold off the biters, because I don't believe I had any mods influencing them. We don't need the second quick bar. I'm trying to figure out which one will let us get to, I want to make turrets as quick as possible. They're not outright available, unfortunately. Oh, turrets, there they are. Okay, so yeah, we're going to make a turret, because gun turrets are the best. They are absolutely great. And what we're going to need for that is these science packs. Now, they are copper and iron gear wheels, which if you look at the bottom, it's just 2 iron and 1 copper. Now, obviously we're going to need some stone for this, because we're going to need another miner, so we'll just really quickly come and mine this. And yeah, beyond this first episode, I'm probably not going to actually spend as much time like just making everything. I'm probably going to plan out at least a little bit what we're going to try and do each episode. Need more iron. And have that ready so that we can just get right into it every episode. I need another 5 stone because I forgot I kind of need a furnace to, smelt that down. Then we'll go up to our coal gathering and get some coal. Now, if we look at our map here, I can turn pollution on and off with left alt. Now, I made myself a really big starting area because I can't remember. I re-recorded this about 6 times. I'm getting so annoyed at it. What happens is I'll get in, and then something will go wrong and I'll have to quit. But so far this is working out, as you can tell because you're watching it. I made the wrong thing. Dang it, dang it, dang it. I just made another mining drill. I wasn't thinking. But we have a lot of coal, so when we do get the furnace that we need, we'll at least be able to do something with it. And the furnace is, of course, right below it. I have accidentally clicked on the wrong thing in this game. Who knows how many times. Can I make a burner inserter? And yeah, I'll probably during the next episode actually show you guys what the inventories and stuff look like without the mods, because to someone who's never played the game, this could look a little intimidating, especially since I kind of just know where everything is. You don't deserve that much coal, and you don't need that much, but you can have that much, I guess. And anyway, the reason that we need copper, by the way, is we're gonna try something new. I've never tried this before. So normally what you would do to get started is you would make a steam turbine, or a steam engine, sorry, and a boiler and a pump. And that generates electricity for anything to run on. But one of the mods I have installed adds in a wind turbine. So what I'm going to try and do is use a wind turbine rather than a steam engine, because steam engines, aside from some late game objects, they produce some of the most pollution in the game, or at least for early game. Let's see, and we need 10 of those science packs, so we need to just keep these things fed. Now you might be thinking, what in the world? Okay, I can see that you're gonna need science packs because I pressed T to look at the research tree. But now how do I act upon it? Well, that requires a lab, which is a lot more copper. This game is all about collecting resources and, yeah, making sure that you have what you need when you need it. And I also have a mod that doubles the inventory, so all of these hold a lot more than they're supposed to. And yeah, I'll show off a few more of the differences later. That might actually be enough. Okay, we don't have enough iron for this lab yet, but yeah, we just need more iron now. Make some of those. Okay. So the reason I'm making the science packs, by the way, is the second that I get that lab down, I want to have it researching, because I'll show you how that works. But for now, I'm just gonna have to craft everything myself. But once we research those turrets to protect ourselves, we're going to be putting everything we can into automating all of this, because you can automate everything in this game, and I love it because I like to play a lot of Minecraft, but I like modded Minecraft a lot more, and that's just because of how much you can automate everything. Now, you can also see we have green science packs here, but we won't need to worry about those for a while, because normally you have about 10 researches that you can do without having to get them, but I've added in a lot more. And we also have a actual crafting recipe for these, which if you've ever played Factorio, you will recognize as alien artifacts. But the recipe's a little glitched. It's not supposed to use what it uses, so I might have to go see if I can fix that later, but I'm not too eager to mess around with it, because I'm not a mod maker or anything. I just slightly know how to fix them when they break. But anyway, let's see. Yes, we can make a wind turbine. So we got our 10 science and our wind turbine. Now we need more copper and a little bit more iron. Now once we get this made, we're gonna start sticking everything on conveyor belts and moving it, because man, is it annoying having to walk all the way everywhere. Do, do. And this is one of the parts I would usually skip, but it won't hurt you guys to see this. Anyway, let me show you. So this is the first level of transport belts that we have. As you can see, it's basically pure iron, and these are pipes for the steam turbine and stuff. Why do I keep calling it a turbine? It's an engine. It's a steam engine. It's not a steam turbine. It's a steam engine. Okay, I've started using a timer thing to keep track of my episodes, and I looked over at it, and it said that I've been going for 30 minutes, and I've only been out here for 10 minutes since I had to go eat breakfast. Which, yeah, 7 and 47. We're gonna need more coal for that. We have 28. We also have an iron stick, because occasionally when you're crafting, there will be an overflow of something like an iron stick. Now, one thing that we're going to try in this world also is we're going to try and use something called a wire network, which I'll explain later. But basically, with a wire network, I've seen people who are able to make machines that will automatically craft stuff. Like, there is the ability to do that already, but it's like smart, and it's really cool. I'll show it to you guys when we get enough to do it. But yeah, once we get this this lab going, we'll actually take off at a pretty quick rate. So we're gonna put this guy here. Now we also need a power pole, because I forgot, there are certain ones of these, like these power generators. Actually, no, there isn't a single power generator in the game that can function without a power pole connected to it. What am I thinking? I'm not thinking is what I'm thinking. And as you can see, once we hook this up, we can research turrets. And now you can see this isn't doing anything because there's no power being drawn. But if we stick this in here, it'll start spinning. And of course this is going to be slower than usual, because normally there would be more. Oh wait, I have 3 wood. I probably shouldn't be just throwing those into all the inserters, but it'll be fine. And we're gonna let that finish turrets, and we're actually gonna take a look and see what it would take to make combat. Okay, I was just gonna make sure we don't have automatic crafting, because if we do have automatic crafting, we would want to start producing these magazines with it. Now, right clicking will make 5 at a time. I could only make 3, so I'm making all of them. But this is just because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down, when I can make one, I'm going to put down a few turrets in here. And I'm just going to come and hide behind them if any of the enemies come. Because in this game mode, this pollution, whenever it touches an enemy biter base, they get really mad and they'll come try and kill you. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I also turned up the starting area size, and I'm pretty sure if I hadn't, we would have already had attacks, because they're vicious little buggers, and they don't mess around, which is why I'm trying to be cautious about this. And if we have too much trouble about it, I can just do like a time lapse or something where I really quickly build up my infrastructure. But I would like to do as much of this on camera as possible. And you can see this thing should be consuming a lot of power, but it can only get a certain amount, so it's got its electricity down. We might look into making another wind turbine. Let's just see, how much is here? 46. Yeah, we can make another. We'll make 3, why not? Because pretty soon we're going to be making a lot more stuff, and we are going to use steam engines. For those of you guys who have played Factorio and you're thinking, what are you thinking? Why aren't you using the steam engines? I called them a steam turbine again. The reason simply is that I'm trying to not pollute the air as much as possible, because I actually fear the biters in this game, at least at the start, because after a while they become kind of pushovery. If you get this, like, where is it? There's these advanced like shield and armors that one of the mods adds in. They overpower you, but we obviously don't have anything like that right now. I keep thinking that these guys are like out. Oh, also if you scroll over them, you can see how many resources they've got left. So let's just check. And we got like 4,000 of everything since I turned the amount of it up to good. So the deposits are smaller on this map than I normally play with, but they're richer. So it's kind of a balance. And now that that's researched, we can actually start researching important things like assembling machines and long inserters. So we'll start this, and this will just sit empty, waiting for science pack. So whenever we have, oh my gosh, whenever we have extra resources, I'll just make a bunch of these. But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a turret. I love these things, because what you do is you give them bullets and they shoot things. Because I probably could. I'm trying to debate whether I should show you one of my more developed places where I actually encounter the biters quite often, or not. Oh no, that's about out of coal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think they made it so that these use a lot more coal, because I remember used to not having to actually care about burner inserters. Oh crap, we're running out of coal everywhere. Let's see. Okay, we got like 3 minutes left of this episode, so we'll try and make this. Could we have enough? Yeah. Come on. Come on. It's crafting. There we go. So, I'm going to put this down by our science lab because I want this protected. So now what this will do is if I give it my gun, my bullets from my gun, if an enemy comes by, it'll shoot it. And enemies will prioritize you over your structures. So as long as I'm in the area, and if they get mad at me, they should come straight to me. So hopefully, as long as I can get to this gun turret so it can protect me, I should be okay. That's my running theory, but I am playing with mods, and I'm not sure what they would have modified, because I know there's quite a few mods who like the idea of ramping up the difficulty, which I kind of made a point of not downloading, because, like I said, it might seem like a little bit of a dumb thing to start your Let's Play off having never done, like, without, because what I usually do is I make it so that the enemies have to attack, I have to attack them before they attack me, but that's usually more for convenience than anything, because I can armor up my base just fine. I just usually, for the style that I like to play, it's just more fun for me, but it won't be as interesting for sure. So I'm gonna try something new. I've talked about that way too much. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna make 10 regular magazines just in case, and we'll explain a little bit of stuff while those are working. Except copper's out, but I don't really care about copper. So these are oil deposits. We won't be able to use them for a while, but as you can see, they're yielding like hundreds of percentages, and you might be thinking, well, that's great. What's the problem with that? The only problem with that is that when you actually are able to tap into them, they never quite run out, but they'll start producing like a ton of oil, and you'll be like, yes, I got a ton of oil. And then one day you'll realize, oh yeah, that was only temporary. I set up my base to run on oil, and now I'm out because all the oil went away. Because what they do is over time they just gradually produce less and less. And if you don't keep finding new oil deposits, sorry about that. If you don't keep finding new oil deposits to cover for your old ones, eventually you won't be able to keep up with it. Because my problem, at least, is that I set up like bases that actually consume oil, and then one day I look at it and realize, oh, there's no more oil. What am I gonna do now? And it looks like that quit working. It must be able to work a lot faster when it has actual full power. But let's just walk up here and get some more coal. No. We don't need more copper right now, but we do need to make sure that our iron stays being produced. Good. Okay, so now that I know that that's fine, I'll come give copper some. But I don't need an awful lot of it. But who cares? I'm like, but I don't need an awful lot of it, but I'm going to put some into it anyway. Okay, we don't need to research this yet, because we're not even really mining with electricity. We want stone walls. I almost forgot about that. We're going to make us some science packs. I've actually never had a problem of running out of iron as bad as I've done in this starting before. But it's usually because I usually try and get like conveyor belts going. But I think I'm going to save that for the next episode, because the way that this episode's shaping up, it looks like this is going to be more starting. The next one's going to be getting into automation, and I kind of want to keep the flow of doing something a little bit new each episode. Plus, it takes a long time to make enough iron plates for all the conveyor belts we're going to need. And that reminds me, I'm also going to need burner inserters. And the only reason I prefer burner inserters for early game over the electric inserters, which run off of this power, is that they are still useful even if your power goes out. Like, if this was dependent on coal to produce this electricity, and one of my coal miners got blown up or something, my coal inserters, as long as there's still a little bit of coal on the belt, will still be able to run, even if everything else shuts down. So, yeah. I think what we might actually do is finish the research for stone walls, and I might go give you guys just a real quick tour of my other base, because not on this map obviously, but I might go show you guys the world where I'm going to be testing everything, because you know, it's pretty cool and I like it. Plus that way you guys can see like the potential that we have, because I will admit, when I first start this game, it is actually hard to stay motivated to build everything, but then when you see what it can become, you're like, I'm really glad I stuck with it. Because that's my problem, is I like lose interest in things, which might explain why Minecraft hasn't gotten an episode in a while. Oh, I was gonna actually talk about that a little bit. The reason that I haven't uploaded in 2 weeks is because my internet's terrible. Actually, that's not entirely true. It's because I was messing around with these mods, and I thought I had them hammered down so I could record, and then I discovered they weren't, but I got them fixed, and it only took me 20 minutes. Yeah, it's just a little bit of a time-consuming thing to actually figure it out. We'll decide this next episode. So we're gonna save this game, and we'll just do this. I won't jump cut or anything. Now we're gonna save over an old world that I found, and we're gonna hope. Oh crap! I'm just gonna really quickly show you guys how to actually mod Factorio, because one of my mods, I need it for that world because it requires it. Working, and I accidentally closed down my mods. There it is, mods. I have it bookmarked. I just need to make sure it's the right one. Yeah. So under your app data roaming Factorio, you'll find your mods, and this is all the mods I have. And this orbital ion cannon one, by the way, is the one that was causing issues earlier. But I use like orbital ion cannons in that one base. Plus, I want to be able to show you the monsters, and they're called biters. But I use my ion cannons as kind of a defense because I have really powerful biters that I go up against pretty well daily if I choose to. Because, like I said, this world I'm going to show you, by the way, isn't one where they just attack you to attack you. This is one where you have to make them mad before they'll attack you. And yeah, this is what I don't understand. I don't understand why this world loads up. But I even tried like reloading one of my old saves. That Let's Play world I saved over. I tried loading it with orbital ion cannon in, and it freaked out. So I don't know. This game has been made since. Oh no. Okay, these are fine. These are actually glitched objects that I had to remove. What I did was I just deleted the mod that made them. So this is actually one of my mining outposts. So this is kind of what my idea is we'll have two central tracks that go everywhere on our train network, but then we'll have branches that'll like come to like mining bases like this. This coal just happened to be in the way, so I needed to remove it. And yeah, we'll drop off stuff, and then we'll come pick something else up with a different train. And what that would look like is the rail would just come down lower. And don't worry, I'll explain everything that you're gonna see here eventually. But yeah, that's what it'll look like. We need to go to stop 1 now. I need to turn on the train first of all. And yeah, you'll get to see a little bit of what I built now. This is pretty far out. This is about as far as my expansion goes. And yeah, the train's really slow. We'll look at the map. Here's a concentration of biters up here. We also have a few. We have a little colony down there and a few others down here. And yeah, I think what we'll do though is we'll probably get on this train over here and go over here. And yeah, as you can see, it's not the biggest like setup ever, but it does what it needs to. And all this empty space, by the way, is actually what's it called? It was used for accumulators before I found a mod that lets you condense them, because you need so many solar panels and accumulators to run a base on. Oh, wait, I want this running actually, because I'm trying to clear all that coal out, as you can tell. This is a crappy little sorting system that I designed. It wasn't really designed to ever scale up, and the factory's out of iron right now. I'll have to fix that later though. But yeah, this is what your factory could look like if you put a lot of work and time into it. Ignore this. This is kind of a failure of a thing. I might remove that mod. It's a mod for a thing called a double furnace that lets you smelt ore directly into steel, because you can smelt iron into steel later. And this is what I'm talking about the different kinds of trains. So what we would probably do is we just have an electric train that would run around collecting oil for our oil stuff, because I hate running pipelines. And here's one of my pipelines actually. This is one of the... Oh crap, I went past where I wanted to go actually. That's one of my lower areas, so we'll go see the biters now. And I'll also show you, this is the reason why I love ion cannons. They absolutely obliterate anything in their path. So yeah, I'll try and get those working, but if I can't, it's not a big deal. I have plenty of other like attack mods that I can use. It's just that the ion cannon is my personal favorite. There's my pipeline that we saw up earlier.
Select target.
And I don't know why, but I really oh, here we go. So this guy, he's actually from a colony that I already destroyed, but these guys, they are the biters, and they do bite. Wait, let me check. What are you? Oh, he's actually a spitter, so it's even better that we're using the ion cannon, because biters rush up to you and try and bite you. Spitters spit stuff at you, so even if you're running away from them, they'll still probably kill you because they have a higher range than biters. And there we go. So we just blew that up, and I need to move because what they'll do is this guy's doing it. They're pathfinding to the nearest colony, which just happens to be, we should be able to see it. Oh crap, that guy. He's just a small one, but if I attack him, he'll make everyone else mad at me, which is the danger of messing around with biters. Yeah, normally this wouldn't be an issue. Normally I'd never be able to get this close to a nest without like loads of security. And let's get out of here. Because normally what would happen is all this pollution that's touching the colony, like I'll just show you this pollution, all this pollution, that would make them attack normally. But since this is primarily a testing world and kind of a screening area for mods where I can test mods without too much pressure, it's fine. But yeah, we'll have to be more careful than I am with this when we design our Let's Play base, because this base unfortunately has a few flaws. Like it already has a pre-installed pipeline, so the train mod isn't really used. There's a lot of things I do better with what I have, because I didn't have what I have now at the time. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this is kind of what the idea we're gonna go for is. We'll have like these double tracks going everywhere because they allow two-way traffic. And but where everything here is all bunched up, we're gonna spread it around a lot more, and we might have to wait until like we've got a base like this before we can actually do that, because keep in mind we'll have to conquer a lot of area to actually do this. Get out of that. And yeah, this is a oil tanker, by the way, that I never quite got set up because I was gonna set up because my oil was real low, and then I look one day and I'm like, oh, it's all there. There's some alien goopies. Put these in here along with these. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. My name is the Radman, and I will see you in the next episode. Goodbye.